Do you want to know how to create a game like this? Come on, I will show you how. Hello everybody. Today we're going to learn how to make a catch game on Scratch. First thing that we have to do is open Google Chrome and then type Scratch. The first one should be the one that we're looking for. Let's click Join Scratch to create an account. Let's add our username and then our password. Let's type the password again to confirm it. Now, let's select what country we live in. Let's select this. And then let's click next. Then we will put our birthday. And after that, we will click next. We will pick our gender and add our email address. So I'll cut this part. Now we have an account. Let's just click create. And now it's making a brand new project. The first thing that we will see is a sprite, which is a cat. And we will delete that cat and add a new sprite right down here. So you can pick any of this, but for this video, I will be choosing the bowl. But you can choose any of these. So let's put this bowl where we want it to start. I want it to start here. And resize the bowl because it's kind of small. So let's put in 150 and it looks pretty great. Now let's add some coding. So the first code that we were about to put in is a control code, which we want this to go left, right, depending which arrow are you choosing. First what we have to do is go to events and get when clicked green flag block. Go to controls and get a forever block. Now that we have that, let's get an if then block as well. Let's click sensing and get the key space press block and put it inside the if then block. Now that we have that, let's go to motion and change X by 10 block. Now that we have that, we are going to duplicate the if then block and put it under the other if then block, and we will put it on the forever loop as well. Let's change this two spaces into right arrow, and this we will change it to left arrow. Now we have 10, and now we will use -10. So let's type it in. Now that we have that, when we click the green flag button, we are capable of going left or right. Now we want an apple to fall down and the bowl will capture it. So let's add a brand new sprite and get this sprite called apple. So this apple will be always up here but go to random positions. And it will fall to those random positions. But let's just program where it's going and it's always on top. So let's go to events. When green flag was click block, go to motions and get a change Y by 10 block. But we want it to stay on 180. So we gotta change the 10 to 180. Now that we have 180, we want it to go to random positions up here. So let's get a block called go to random positions. So let's put it there. Now that we have that, we want the apple to fall down. So let's add a code where the apple is falling down. Let's go to events, get another when green flag was click block and put it right here. Get an forever block and let's add in another change Y by 10 block. Let's switch that into -5. And then Let's go back to controls and get an if-then block. Let's go to operators, get a less than 50 block, and put it inside there. Now that we have that, let's go back to motions and scroll down until you see this Y position block. We'll put this inside of the -50 block, the circle inside there. Let's change the 150 to where we want it to stop. So we want it to stop right here. So it's negative 167. So let's copy that and paste it right here. So we have that. Now it will fall and goes there. But we want it to teleport back up when it falls. So let's duplicate this block and put it inside the if then block. Now let's get another when green flag was clicked block because we want the bull to collect the apple. So how do we do that? We want it to add some codings first. Let's add a forever block and an if then block. Put inside the forever block. Go to sensing and get a touching mouse pointer block. So we'll put it right there, but change the mouse pointer to bull. And then we are going to duplicate this and put it inside here. And then after that, we want to keep track some score. So let's go to variables and add a brand new variable. I will just call it points, but you can call it score or catches, anything that you want it to call. I will just call it points. And we're going to enable that points. You can see it on the top left of the screen. And then put a set my variables to 0 on the most bottom of the first coding that we did. So right here. And get a change my variables by 1 on the if then block and change my variables to points or score, whatever that you put it. Now that we have that, we can collect it by catching it. You get points, but we do want to have some sound effects. So let's add some sound effects. So sound, or go here and add a brand new sound called collect. It sounds like that. Now that we have that collect, let's go back to code, go to sounds, and start sound collect when under the if then block. I mean inside and on top of the change points by 1 block. So let's play it. You can collect those. Now we get point counter. But we do want some backdrops. So how do we add backdrops? Just click this button and pick any backdrops that you would like. For me, I will just use the blue sky backdrop. But you can choose any backdrop you want. You can even add your own backdrop. Like the apples and the bowl. You can choose whatever you want or create whatever you want. So, like that. Let's actually switch this to... Let's test it right now if it works perfectly. It works! Now it's working perfectly. We make a catch game in Scratch. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you learned coding in Scratch and I hope you learned something. And goodbye!